I'm Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Angela.
We are the Ink Mages. Join us as we discuss all things fantasy, world building, storycraft, myths and legends, and of course, our own imaginative stories. Welcome to the Ink Mages podcast. Thanks for joining us today. We wanted to get on here and give you a special announcement, some upcoming updates and things happening in our author world. But first off, we're celebrating that we are coming up on a year of doing this podcast together.
Yay, 1 whole year. We did it. Let's go.
Hooray for us. I can't believe we've been doing this for a year. That's so awesome. So that means coming next month, we're going to be starting season 2.
We're still rolling.
Mages. We're still going. So we'll be doing more interviews and fun writing topics and storycraft episodes. So looking forward to just being with you guys for a whole nother year and more.
Yeah, and we really do. We have some great interviews coming up. Ink Mages are going on the road a little bit, maybe, potentially.
Ooh, do we want to share that now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Okay, well, so that's our big special announcement. Angela and I are going to be featured authors at the Forever Twilight Festival in Forks, Washington.
No, this is going to be so fun.
Going to be awesome. We'll be road tripping together, and we're going to be taking our fantasy books with us. And it's awesome because it's going to be an author event on, was it the 13th or the 14th of September? And we're going to be with a bunch of other authors at this event and going to meet a bunch of new readers. So super excited.
Yeah, and we're hoping to, whether we just post some lives on our Facebook page or we're able to even do an episode, maybe. We'll see what happens. We'd like to take you along with us. And for those of you who are on the Pacific West Coast near Washington, if you want to meet us, if you'd like to get a signed copy of our books, you can join us at the Twilight Forever in Forks convention, especially if you're a Stephanie Meyers fan. There's going to be some of the Twilight actors are going to be there. Beautiful place to go and just be immersed in the Twilight world.
Yes, I know. I've never been that far north to Washington, so I'm looking forward to seeing the scenery, the forest, maybe doing a trail if there's time. Yeah, I just heard it's so beautiful. So
yeah, I'm with you. We'll go on a trail.
I want to find a meadow
with
some purple flowers.
There we go.
Call back to the meadow scene.
I've definitely been doing my homework. I would say that I'm like the hugest Stephanie Meyers fan. Certainly enjoyed reading the books. Who hasn't seen the movies? But I wanted to read some of her other works. I just recently read The Host, which I was actually hugely impressed with. I really enjoyed that book. So that was kind of fun getting my headspace right for the convention and the author that started it all. So that should be a good book for anybody who's looking for a good kind of dystopian,
sci-fi, right?
Sci-fi.
It's more sci-fi.
It's kind of like the Attack of the Body Snatchers. And I have to say the movie that they made for it, it made me never want to read the book. And then I read the book and I was like, wow, this is actually a fantastic book. So really kind of the whole, it explores human nature and being in a world where humanity is disappearing. And so really kind of an interesting look on the inside from an alien's point of view. So it's fun.
Yeah, I like that. So I haven't read the book, but I watched the movie. You're right. It's just okay.
It's not terrible, but
there was an anime I watched that's kind of similar called Parasite, and it was like an alien invasion. It happens, but they're parasites. So what they did is they would like embed into a human host and go for the brain. So once they got the brain, then they were in control of the body. So kind of a little similar. So and since I really liked that, I feel like I would be interested in reading The Host. And since it is from the alien's perspective in the show, it's like it happens to a teenager and he like freaks out that now there's this parasite entity that talks to him in his head and it gives him interesting abilities. Very cool. If anyone has heard of that.
That's kind of like, why can't I think of his name right now? But the Spider-Man gothic anti-hero, Venom.
Oh, Venom. Yes, yes. There you go. And forming a symbiote relationships with an alien life form. Yes,
Yes.
very similar. Drives him crazy though.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the perspective as we always assume the aliens are bad guys, but maybe they just don't understand what they're doing. And so that's kind of where the host goes in the direction of they just don't really understand. It's not that they're evil or bad trying to, wipe out humanity. It's just that they don't understand what they're doing. So you've got this alien that actually is beginning to understand. And anyway, it was fun to get to read this book before
Something
going
else.
over to the convention, something that wasn't necessarily Twilight, but still in the Stephanie Meyer's vein of writing. So that was super fun. And so we get to take you guys with us. We get to sign books. We get to be ink mages together doing it, which I think is probably one of the most fantastic things is that Stephanie and I get to do this together.
So excited. And the event, like, I think they're having a lot of free events. So if you're in the area, definitely look into coming, because you can get VIP tickets, but I think they're sold out. But otherwise, the author event is free. So come see us.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Stephanie is on the Pacific West Coast. I'm in Texas. So we're buddies and friends. I was originally from Oregon, doing this author journey together, but we don't get to see each other all the time, kind of just Zoom calls and doing the ink mages together and writing our books together. That's where we get to see each other across the stars. So this is going to be a fun opportunity for us to actually be together in the same place at the same time, being authors. So it'll be fun.
And I'll get my book signed from you.
Oh yeah, same.
Because you'll be here. So yeah, all three of your books, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Get you to sign them.
Well, and that's the other thing is that look at us, my book 3, it's out. And I've got my trilogy completed. Now I'm working on my 4th book, and Your Mountain of Gold is just released, and there is another book on its way. Tell us about that.
On its way.
Yeah.
Heartsmith just had its cover reveal like last Friday.
Yeah.
So exciting. I was so happy to see how well it was received and people just eating it up and wanting to read it. The next day I shared out the official trailer that I made, which garnered even more interest and attention.
It's an awesome trailer. You need to go on Instagram or Facebook and check out the trailer. It's fantastic.
Or just on YouTube. You can check out on my author channel, author Stephanie Cotta, and you will find it. I think we even have it on a playlist on the Ink Mages. So yes, check it out. Tell me what you think. If you like steampunk and with a dash of gothic horror, then this will be right up your alley.
It is such a good book. I got to be one of the beta readers, and now I'm going to be one of the ARC readers, so I get to read it again here coming up soon. Fantastic book. I have to say, I've loved all of Stephanie's books, but this one in particular has found a little place in my heart. So I'm very excited about this book's release. I'm excited to get to read it again. Definitely one of my faves.
Thank you. It's one of my faves. I mean, it's one of my faves too, but I think it's because it's so different than writing my epic fantasy. I needed like something else. I needed a whole different genre, environment, setting to showcase my love of Dickens and Victorian era stories. I have always been interested in the 1800s, so it made sense to take a little spin on a Dickens era world, put it in a Victorian setting, make it steampunk, and add a little bit of Frankenstein horror to it. So it is a crazy genre mashup. So hope you all think it works, because I don't know how it works, but
I can tell you it does. The visuals, the concepts, everything plays really well on the page. And I can't tell you how many heart-thumping lean-ins there are in this book, which makes it really hard to put down the book, which is exactly what you want from a good story, what's going to happen. As Stephanie does so many times, she makes me want to scream in certain scenes. Really excited about this book's launch coming up soon. I mean, so soon.
October 1st. It is basically 3 months away.
Yeah, which comes quickly. I mean, summer, we're already halfway through summer. Fall's right around the corner. I know. So I'm so excited.
When spooky month hits, that's when my book will be hitting shelves. So cannot wait.
Yeah.
Now, Angela, what did you do to celebrate for your trilogy being finished? Because I know you said you haven't really like celebrated as you've been writing these books. So did you do anything special for the third book's release?
I certainly did. Right leading up to the book, I got really sick.
No.
I don't know if it was just all of, the buildup or whatever, but I ended up in urgent care. Like it was this whole thing. And I was like barely like alive on my release day. I was like, oh, yay, woo, anyway, feeling much better now, thank goodness. But my husband and kids, we all went out to dinner, a really nice dinner to celebrate. And then they surprised me. They had a whole bunch of friends come over, and okay, this is my husband's idea of a surprise. So he had all of these friends come over in secret on a Saturday, and I didn't know about it, which of course, because it's a surprise. But I'm in my jammies, no makeup on. I've been doing chores all day. And I'm like, you couldn't have at least like told me, hey, why don't you get ready? We're going to go somewhere. Or, hey, your friend's going to pop by. You should maybe put some clothes on. I mean, anyway.
Oh, gosh.
They came to the door and I jetted for the bedroom to get ready really quick. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Sorry, I'm a little vain, but I just can't have, the friends come over and look like I just rolled out of bed. So
No.
I had to quick do something. But anyway, it was a really fabulous surprise. We got to have dessert and celebrate the release of my book, which was really fun for me. And I felt really loved and valued by my friends and my family. So that's been really fun.
Awesome. It was like almost a pajama party or a pajama release party.
Yeah. If it was a room full of girls, a pajama party would have been fine.
Yes.
Mixed company, kids, men, women, all of them. I still have the balloons from the party. It says congrats and it's your day sitting here on my desk so I can look at them and just appreciate the celebration for a few more days. So it was good. It made me feel really happy that, I made it and have friends that are proud of me and happy to go with me. And certainly, hopefully the celebration is shared a little bit by you, Stephanie, because she was more than my editor. Let's just say she's walked with me through all of my books and through this whole series. And so it's been, I can't imagine having done this whole trilogy without her. And so to have it released, go ahead and look at the acknowledgments page. I have, for those of you who purchase the books, I have some things to say about the one and only Stephanie and all of the did to help my book come to pass. But anyway, we're in it together, and I'm really happy that's true. We met. It's funny. I think about how Stephanie and I met. And I remember I just had this friend who said, hey, you need to meet my, this girl named Stephanie, who I know. She's, friend of a daughter of my friends, and she writes fantasy, and maybe the two of you would get along. And we ended up connecting and having a coffee date. And after that, we were friends.
For hours. It was like 3 hours at least. It was so serendipitous.
It really was. And I haven't turned back, and I'm so grateful for the friendship, just being able to start seeing all of our books since her Iron Kingdom series came out, from Eleanor and the Song of the Bard, my first book coming out. This has all been with Stephanie and our friendship, which is so fun that now we're doing a podcast together too. So
who would have thought?
I know. And now we're going to Twilight together.
Now we're going to Twilight. Such a wild, crazy adventure. What we need to do next is do a Comic-Con together. So,
yes, yay! They've
next year.
Tons of choices.
There are plenty of choices for that. And speaking of a Comic-Con, I'm going to be doing my first one this month, and at the end of July. There's going to be one held locally at a big sports complex that just got built. So I just got an email today, like confirmation with some, just information for setup and all that stuff. So I'm really excited. It's going to be my first Comic-Con that I'll be selling my books at. If I get my act together, I may do art prints too. Thinking of maybe having some art prints of my characters that I've painted for Heartsmith, because that could be a great way to tease that the book's coming out soon. Yes, but one thing, maybe you guys could help me out here. I don't know what to dress up as.
Oh,
I don't know. There's possibilities. I love Star Wars, but I would rather go as either an expanded universe character or something from the old movies. Love Marvel, but I don't really want to dress up as Spider-Man. So I don't know. I need help. Give me some ideas. I'm not even sure if like an anime character would be appropriate for a Comic-Con since it's not an Annie-Con, but yeah, I need to figure it out and get something ordered.
yeah. So leave some ideas in the comments.
Give me some ideas, peeps.
I'm actually excited to start doing some Comic Cons and getting to get in that nerd world. I'm telling you, nerds are our favorite kind of people because
Yes,
it's our jam. If you haven't figured that out
yes.
already.
I got to figure out what like Funko Pops to put on my table because they're always good conversation starters.
Yeah.
Just at my most recent book signing, I had some Funko Pops from Demon Slayer because of my Mountain of Gold being a Japanese story. And I can't tell you, definitely a few people items spotted them and it opened up the conversation. Yes.
Yay.
So, put the nerd stuff out there.
I'm curious too, just from our fans, since we're kind of doing this update episode, those of you who listen, what is your favorite form of like nerdum collection? Like, what do you collect? Is it Funko Pops? Is it books? Or do you have some kind of comic book collection, anime, manga collection? Like, what's your like, is it movies? Like, do you have a whole shelf of movies?
Magic cards,
Yes, yeah. Like what is your jam? I'm curious. Let us know in the comments. Please get ready for season 2. There's going to be a lot of fresh stuff coming. We already have some authors lined up for interview. There's going to be some new things that we're going to start doing with the podcast, and we're really excited. Can't believe it's been a year that we've been recording these episodes and that we're going to get to keep interviewing. We hope to do some more lives and some more collabs where we all get together again and just chat more about our books and more about being an author. So please get ready to join us. We love your comments. Thank you to those who do comment on our episodes and interact with us. We love it. We love hearing from you. Please leave a like, share our episodes. Let other authors and people who love to read fantasy and sci-fi know about us, and join us soon. We'll see you next time.